friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm your girl Destiny, and today we're diving into one of the most overlooked money mistakes people make. That's relying on your job's life insurance as your only coverage. A lot of people think, well, my job gives me life insurance, so I'm good. But here's the truth. If your job is your only source of coverage, you might be setting your family up for a serious financial shock if something happens to you. So today, I'm going to break down the hidden risks of only having life insurance through your employer, the benefits of owning your own policy, and a little known rule called the contestability period that can determine whether your family actually gets paid and how to protect your family for the long term, no matter what happens with your job. So let's get into it. Let's talk about why having job-based life insurance just isn't enough. First, we're going to talk about how job-based life insurance actually works. Most employers offer something called a group life insurance plan, right? It's often free, super cheap. It usually covers 1 or maybe 2 times your annual salary. Sounds great. Well, here's the problem. 1, you lose it if you lose your job. If you quit, get laid off, or the company shuts down, poof, your coverage is gone. Number 2, it's usually not enough coverage. If you make $60,000 a year and your employer covers you for 1 times your salary, that's $60,000. That might sound like a lot until you think about a cost of a funeral, mortgage payments, debt, child care, and replacing years of income. It's just not enough. 3, you can't control the policy. Your employer is the policy holder, not you. They can change it, reduce it, remove it whenever they want. Think about it. Most people today don't stay at a job for 30 years anymore. The average person changes jobs every 3 to 5 years. That means every time you move to a new job, you're either starting from scratch with life insurance or going without coverage in between. And here's the thing. Life doesn't wait until you have coverage to throw curveballs. If you were to pass away while in between jobs, your family could be left with nothing. So here's something most people don't know about: the contestability period. This is a window of time, usually the first 2 years after you get a new life insurance policy, when the insurance company can investigate, deny a claim, if they find the incorrect or missing information on your application. This is why this is important. Well, if you keep switching jobs and relying on your employer's coverage, every time you start a new job, you get a new policy. You're starting that contestability clock over again. If something happens to you during that window and the insurance company finds even a small discrepancy, like a missed health detail, they could deny or delay payment to your family. With your own personal policy, you only go through that contestability period once, and after that, your coverage is much more secure. So what's the solution? You need a life insurance policy that you own, one that's not tied to your employer, and here's why. Portability. You can take it with you no matter where you work or if you work at all. Locked in rates. You can secure a premium based on your current age and health, and it won't increase as you get older. Full control. You choose the coverage amount, the type of policy, and the beneficiary. Protection past the contestability period. Once that period passes, your coverage is much harder for an insurance to challenge. So a peace of mind. You know your family is protected even during your career changes, layoffs, or even retirement. Let me give you an example. True story. I had a client named James. He had $100,000 in his life insurance through his job and thought that was plenty. Then the company went through a big layoff and James lost his job and his coverage overnight. 2 months later, James had a major health discrepancy, making him get life insurance is almost impossible. If he owned that policy beforehand, he'd still have the coverage. Instead, he was left unprotected at the exact time his family needed the security the most. So here's my advice. If you have life insurance through work, that's great, keep it. But don't rely on it as your only coverage. Add your own personal policy so you're always protected. Your contestability period is behind you and your family's future is secure. So if you want help figuring out the right type and the amount of life insurance for your situation, my contact information is in the description below this video. And if you found this helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who you care about, because protecting your family's future is one of the most loving things you can do. So I'll see you in the next video. I hope this helped you out. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and we'll talk to you the next time.